While watching the news, the girl discovered something terrifying. She suspected that her father might be a psychopathic killer. The victim in the news report was wearing a necklace that was identical to Anne's. The necklace was a birthday gift from her father. Unable to believe it, she took it off and compared it. She was horrified to notice that even the scratches were similar to those in the news report, and felt a sense of dread. She immediately searched for news about recently missing girls. However, she was shocked to find out that 13 people had been murdered in the town recently. What was even more terrifying was that all the victims had one thing in common. They were extremely similar to her deceased mother. Annie was very confused. Could all of this be a coincidence? Thinking about how her father had been coming home late recently, Annie felt even more uneasy to find out if her father was a murderer. She went to his room to investigate. She found a large amount of anesthetics in the drawer. Then she discovered an album detailing the information of the murdered girls. Just as Anne was shocked, the sound of a car came from outside. It was her father returning home, and hurriedly put the album back in its place, and took a bottle of anesthetic drugs. She then quickly left her father's room, and returned to her own bedroom, pretending to be calm, and let out a slight sigh of relief. But suddenly remembered that the computer was still on. Panicking, she ran downstairs, and managed to turn off the TV, just before her father entered the room. They then sat together watching TV. But Anne remained restless. Suddenly, Anne's hand was cut by a shard. Her father kindly treated the wound. Annie couldn't believe it. How could such a gentle father hurt others? She thought she was being too sensitive, until late at night. Annie still couldn't sleep. There was always a mystery in her heart. Suddenly, footsteps were heard outside the corridor. Her father put down the ladder leading to the attic, listening to the strange noises above. It was obvious that her father was doing something mysterious. The next morning, Annie took out the necklace and began to test her father. Why were there flaws on the necklace? Her father said he hadn't looked closely when he bought it. After breakfast, her father drove to work as usual. Annie felt her father was a little unfamiliar for the first time. She could no longer contain her curiosity. After her father left, Annie opened the attic. She took a flashlight and climbed the stairs. She searched the attic thoroughly. Then she saw her mother's belongings. There was also a strange jewelry box nearby. These weren't hers or her mother's. When Anne picked it up, she noticed with horror that there were bloodstains on it. She immediately realized that her father was the serial killer.